Loud on the keys.
Loud on the ones and twos.
Tickling the ivories.
Well, there's no reason for me to be pressing the keyboard, so I guess we'll be fine.
Sit on your hands, Kevin Byer. Welcome to the show. You can sit on your own hands, but you can't sit on your friends' hands. Warren Barris.
Like you to sit on my hand.
We could arrange for the right price. We could arrange that. We could arrange that. Squat cobbler. Kyle B is here as well.
Hello, sirs.
Hi, welcome back to the Talking Reckless Video Game Podcast. Oh, my name's Matt Eads, by the way. Off the top, here, go check out the Patreon over at patreon.com/talkingrecklesspodcast. Bunch of anime we're watching, talking over there. There's gonna be no Tron again this week, so I think I'm gonna. Well, the ad-free version will go up, so there will still be a Tron. But I'm going to start moving stuff down, anime, down to the $5 tiers, kind of fill out some of the Tron gaps in the content. So if you like anime, or maybe you don't even know if you like anime, you know, it's a journey of discovery. I didn't know I liked anime. Now I host 3 separate podcasts about it, apparently. Go check that out, patreon.com/talkingrecklesspodcast, or just go to weebs.ca. Faster way to get there. How's everybody? Gentlemen, we are here once more. Mr. Barris, we haven't seen you in years, maybe?
A while. I'm good.
Yeah, that's good to hear. We have no cams today, unfortunately, so the conversational nature of the podcast is even harder.
But not impossible.
That's right. It's gonna be a lot of that. It's gonna be a lot of like people. Everybody's putting their toes in the water a little bit, and like, are we getting? How you been, Warren? How we let's catch up.
I'm good.
And
yeah,
period.
Things are not much different because of the world we live in. So
yeah. We'll
same
be
shit, different day.
Big. I'll be moving here at the end of the month. In with Warren, we're gonna go find a nice little cottage somewhere, you know, maybe a little white picket fence type thing.
Middle of the woods.
Yeah,
secluded from the world.
With fiber internet, though, obviously.
Live out the rest of our days peacefully.
That's right. So the things might get a little hit or miss for the last week of April, just moving and stuff, but should be. It's gonna be kind of like a soft mental reset. It's gonna be good, you know.
Sometimes it's just what you space, new environment. It just freshens everything up.
Yeah, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be very good. I'm gonna probably end up moving the podcast studio out there, assuming we have the space and all that, which will be good. You know, it can just fall into the podcast studio, which will be nice. Won't work and eat and recreation and sleep and do everything in the same room, which will be a nice change after being here for like 3 years, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, this is like the 3rd year of you being in that place, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. Is this the end of the 3rd year? I think this is the 3 going on 4.
Yeah, I think this is the end of the 3rd year.
Damn. Yeah. Time. How the time flies.
Yes, many good memories in that place, like that time that lightning struck across the road from you and deafened you.
Oh, dude, that was wild. That was so crazy. That is to date like one of the craziest things I've ever had happen on stream.
Have you guys been looking at places that have a good street racing community in the streets around you?
Yeah,
because I feel like that would be something that the podcast would miss.
Can you?
I was just about to say that. I'll miss hearing all the cars driving by.
Can you hear them right now? Is that why?
No. Just in general, it's pretty amazing.
It was so loud yesterday. They were doing the street sweeping or like the sidewalk cleanup, and it was so loud. I was trying to watch Falcon and Winter Soldier. I was rewatching episode 2 in like the evening. It was so loud, I had to like pause my show and turn it off for like 45 minutes while the traffic went by outside. It's crazy, man. That's one thing that I'm going to be on this time.
To answer your question, the website that I've been using primarily allows you to put specific filters on so that it'll filter out, like if you want in-suite laundry or whatever, it'll only pick ones that have in-suite laundry. And one of the filters that you can put on there is motorcycle drag races. So that is good that we'll be able to find a place that'll have that.
Yeah, it's tough to get something, right in the middle of the drag races on our budget, right. But we'll look around.
We'll make it work. We're gonna make it work.
No, that's gonna be
beside Castrol Raceway there.
This will be my second big kind of move out on I guess third, but I've learned a lot of stuff in this apartment. I'm gonna make sure we're not near a loud street because fuck that. We're gonna have in-suite laundry. It's gonna be so dope, maybe.
Very excited for that. Fuck sharing laundry. If you are about to move out or move anywhere, do not get shared laundry.
It is even worse here because we just have coins. I have to go to the bank and get fucking coins like it's the 70s.
Yeah, when I moved to my first apartment, we had shared laundry, and I never did my laundry in the shared. I just sold out and just drove back to my parents' place every time I had to do laundry.
Oh, I still do that. Yeah, 100%.
It's getting dire over here. I haven't been out of the house, so I haven't had to really wear anything other than my sweatpants. But I haven't done laundry in a long time. Last time I did, somebody took my clothes out, and that really sits wrong with me in pandemic times.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I can't
I hate that on non-pandemic times. Somebody did that to me, and I was like, I thought about opening the door on their washer that they took from me and just leaving it open so that it didn't run to fuck them.
One time,
some food coloring in there.
I never said anything because it turns out there are no cameras in the parking lot, so now I can openly admit to this crime. It's not a crime, I guess. One time, somebody took my clothes out of the washer, and it was middle of winter, and they just left them sitting on the floor. So I took their clothes out of the washer that they took mine out of and threw them outside where they presumably froze solid. Just a big fucking frozen pile of clothes. And right by the door too, so everybody could see them. Whoever it was would definitely see them when they came down.
Yeah.
Just got them.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Yeah, avoid shared laundry at all costs. It is the absolute worst. Even just having to I don't know. It's not like everybody does it, obviously, but it's just I just don't feel comfortable with complete strangers watching me pull my fucking underwear out of there, it's just weird. And then one time, a lady left a very small thong in there, and I had to pull it out, and it was clean, but I don't know. I don't want to be touching other people's shit,
So you didn't go door to door to every apartment in your building knocking and be like, excuse me, is this your thong?
I got that thing out of there and out of my hand so fast because
it was left in my bedroom last night.
Afraid that somebody would come in and I'd be holding it and be like,
pervert!
I'm just pulling it out of the. What?
I've seen this movie.
I hot potatoed that thing. I just picked it up, boom, threw it over the counter.
Go in there with some litter pickers and grab them.
One of those big garbage
carry
spikes.
Them down. Yeah, exactly. Spike them. Carry it down the hallway. This yours?
like the old people grabber things too.
Oh yeah, my dad, who doesn't get around so well anymore, has one of those picker uppers.
Mine too. Mm-hmm.
Tremendous. Kyle, how you been?
Truly.
I've been not bad. Just been on holidays actually last week, so it's been nice.
Sorry, we keep your mic seems to keep doing that quiet thing.
No, I've been good. I've just been on holidays this last week, so it's been nice just relaxing, catching up on housework and whatnot.
Oh yeah, renovating the bathroom, I heard.
Yeah.
That sucks.
There. It's all right. It's got to be done.
Are you doing everything? Are you plumber, drywaller, electrician, jack of all?
I try to be.
Yeah,
best as I can be.
It's not. As someone who worked in the trades for 5 or 6 years, I guess, it's not. None of that stuff is rocket surgery.
No, it's just got to make sure you're following the right steps, making sure you're lining everything up.
Yeah, and just don't get it inspected and whatever. If it falls apart in 10 years, hopefully you don't live there anymore.
Oh, I'm sure it's been a very long time since this place has been inspected. I'm sure the electrical is well overdue.
You're supposed anytime you rent it, you're supposed to pull a homeowner's permit, or at least you used to have to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I could talk for hours about electrical specifications.
There was a building that we were looking at, or that sent you the link to, and you're like, I'm pretty sure I might have done electrical in that building.
Strong.
So does that mean that we shouldn't live there?
That's me. That's my side splitting.
I mean, it was a legitimate question. I don't know how seriously you took your job. I mean, you could have been mailing it in on that one.
I was a good well, in the apartments, I was definitely mailing it in because that was somebody else's job. But...
See? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's probably fine. I've never had a building I did burn down yet, so I mean, it's probably okay.
Knock on wood.
Oh yeah, I don't know if that picked up, but I can hear the motorcycles now.
No. Not on our end, anyway.
We'll get fingers crossed. We'll get a good one here. I'll move the mic over to the window and.
I mean, you could always just record it and then just have that as like background noise while you're streaming and stuff.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Like
move.
a nice little loop to. Maybe it doesn't even need to be on stream.
Ambiance.
Just play it in the background for me, just to like keep me,
keep
me focused.
At night and...
One of the buttons on your little stream deck thing will be like motorcycle revving.
Kevin Byer,
Matt, how's it going?
It's going well.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, how's it going with you?
It's another week, another
not so good, eh?
Working at home. Pieces of my fence have fallen over, and I now have a giant hole in my fence leading to one of my neighbor's places.
Surprisingly, not the fence that was like, because one of your fences was on like a 89-degree angle or something.
I mean, it's a sharp angle, I'll call it.
Maybe 80 degrees. That fence still standing.
Yeah, that one's still standing. One on the other side, leading to the other side neighbors. Yeah, there's a huge section just missing.
How are your neighbors? Are they at least good people, or are they dicks?
Yeah, no, they're fine. We talked about it when their water barrel fell through the fence, and I told them to maybe deal with that. And then they tried to deal with it by doing absolutely nothing, by moving the water barrel away from the fence and figuring that problem would solve itself. So turns out the problem solved itself up until we had like that big windstorm like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
And can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, my computer went to sleep on me.
Don't forget to jiggle the controller, Warren.
Yeah, every once in a while.
We'll jiggle.
But yeah, the windstorm took that panel out, and then the fence was just lying down on their side for like a week. And then they finally tried to fix it, and they put it back up, put these planks on it. I assume they used nails of some sort. I can only guess.
Probably.
But then when we had that windstorm this past Monday, she came down again.
Well. What is the rain barrel fell like off a thing? It was how does a rain barrel fall through a fence?
It was I don't know what they had it on, but it was like they must have moved it onto a pile of snow during the winter, and then as the pile of snow thawed, it must have thawed unevenly and made the rain barrel fall over.
Yeah, that makes a little bit of sense, I guess. Just build you a new fence, or don't. You know, arguably we should be tearing fences down, not putting them up between us.
My neighbor and I are very into the open yard format of neighboring.
You can just smoke your weed while you stare at their kids in the backyard or whatever.
Like right in the eyes, like make deep eye contact.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we've played Rock Band down there enough that I'm sure our reputation precedes us. Probably just know us by our voices, even at this point.
Yeah, I don't remember when these ones moved in. I think these ones have only been here for maybe just before pandemic they came in. So who knows? Maybe they haven't heard us yet.
Oh shit! Well, once we get these vaccines, we'll have
Boy, are they ready for a surprise?
How about video games? Anybody been playing any, or you guys want to talk a little bit about Justice League?
I have not watched Justice League.
I have not watched it.
Okay, it's fine. It's totally fine. I think it's better. I enjoyed it more than the original cut, I'll say.
We talked
That's
about
kinda
it
what
a
I've
bit
been
earlier today.
Yeah, a little bit. You and I did over Slack. I wrote some. Oh man, I forgot I watched. Okay, I got a thing to talk about here. A video game movie I watched. Yeah, I wrote some notes. I don't know. Why does the CG look so bad? Is my main question. Why is the CG like legit worse than like early 2000s movies? Why? Ugh.
I don't know. It's bad even in the original release.
Every single one of here's my hot take. I'm gonna go off on the Justice League a little bit. Here's my why the Justice League sucks on screen is because every single one of them moves fast, right? That is one of their not like flash fast, but they all move faster than you can see, basically. And so every single hero has that dumbass speed CGI effect on them. It looks terrible. That whole fucking movie looks. The new CGI looks good. The Darkseid stuff looks really good, but I don't know, man. Like Jared Leto's Joker sucks.
A lot of people don't like that, man.
So
a lot
uninteresting.
of people.
Dude, he's like not even. He shows up for 5 seconds. He's like not even acting. It's like they caught him. He's basically doing like, oh, didn't see you there type of shit. Where like, you forget you're on set. What is happening here? And like even the laugh. Oh, his laugh sucks. It's just like a. Like what? He's like some kind of fucking bird call or something.
Yeah, I couldn't get behind the Justice League movies. Like even Barry Allen, he's so bad in those. So bad.
I might be misremembering. I don't think this was in the original cut, but there is I don't think I'm making this up either. There is a spoof that happens in the Snyder cut where Flash trips when he's going fast and falls into Wonder Woman's boobs. I don't remember that in the original cut.
Yeah, I've only seen the Justice League one once. I thought the Joker was fine in it. I thought he was totally fine, but I seem to remember there being.
Was he? He wasn't in the original cut, was he?
No, he wasn't in the original.
Oh, I'm thinking of Suicide Squad. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I liked him in Suicide Squad.
I don't think I've seen Suicide Squad. Are you ready for the sequel to Suicide Squad? The Suicide Squad?
Yes, I am.
So fucking stupid.
This is gonna be the new Fast and the Furious franchise. The next one is just gonna be Suicide, and then the one after that is The Squad.
Gang.
And then 5, of course.
Yeah.
Squad 5.
Squad 5, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with those movies. Feel like they're just trying so hard, and they just always seem to miss the mark a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. They're just
Also,
trying to capitalize on that Marvel franchise.
There's a
spillover, but they're not even comparable.
They do a good job of like giving Cyborg a backstory in this one at least. But his powers are like he can basically control machinery bows to his will. He can control any machine basically. He can they say he can like launch every nuke in the world with a thought. He is this like, incredible technology interface thing. There's a part where he crushes a tape player, like crushes it in his hand into powder earlier in the movie, and then later in the movie he apparently uses his tech powers to just make it rebuild itself somehow. In a way that makes no fucking sense. The tape player rebuilding itself, as far as I know, Cyborg cannot turn back time. So what the fuck is going on there?
I don't know. I know his powers are linked with like the mother boxes or whatever, those cubes.
Oh yeah.
They're like creation cubes or whatever. There's big lore in them in the DC comic universe. I can't even fully wrap my head around them myself.
Goodness, Kyle, this mic. I can barely make out what you're saying.
Oh, terrible. The mother box's lore is just all over the place.
Yeah, they are front and center of this film.
Yeah. Usually they are front and center whenever something involves Darkseid.
Yeah, I just have so many like nitpicks. Superman dies, obviously. Batman v Superman, and in the original, this movie's all about Superman coming back to life, kind of, and the original was as well, or rather, the original was all about Superman coming back to life.
Yeah.
They go and get his corpse. It's just in a cemetery. It is literally just in an abandoned cemetery, which I have the hardest time believing that if Superman is real, if aliens are fucking real, and God's amongst us, there is a 0% chance his corpse is just unguarded in a cemetery. Nothing. No military. Nobody studying it. Just in a. They put up the Superman statue for some fucking stupid reason, and apparently just buried him and left him.
Everybody in the DC universe, they just have complete trust with everyone. It's not like the MCU where the government or Sword or Shield would be all involved. DC universe is just like, oh, Superman's dead? Well, public funeral. That's the only thing we can do.
No. His mother's name is Martha. They'll leave him alone.
That was my biggest problem. My biggest problem with Man's backstory in the movies. It's like Jonathan Kent's death was just like so bad, and it went against everything that like his ideologies and how he envisioned his son Superman to like grow up. It was totally opposite of what the comics were. In the movies, he was like, people will never understand you, people will never trust you because of your powers. But in the comics, it was like, you're gonna be something incredible. You're gonna be for the greater good of humanity.
Yeah.
And the way he died, just like walking into the tornado, no, don't save me. Just it was terrible.
Sometimes you just know it's your time, I'm just gonna walk into this tornado for no reason.
Your son is faster than the human eye can see. Just let him flash in, flash out, boom.
Yeah, I got a lot of problems with that DC universe. It's better than the original cut, though. I'll say I enjoyed the film. I did not like the original one.
Oh, that's good. That's high praise, I guess.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's on Crave, is it, or HBO?
But it's the same thing for us.
HBO, same thing,
HBO
yeah.
Max.
Yeah.
Speaking of comic/game movies, I also all right. 2 questions. Did you know there is a hour and 26-minute Dante's Inferno anime movie based on the EA game?
I did know that.
And 2, how many of you have seen it?
Not me.
Yeah,
I
can't say
I saw it pop up where the hell it is.
Prime
And then it was
Video
the exact
versus-
same. Yeah, it was the exact same like artwork as the game, and I was like, "Oh, that's weird. They used the same thing as the game," but I didn't actually look into it to see that it was
part
based
of it
off
is.
of the game.
It starts as the same animation as the game, which is actually really cool. I really enjoyed the kind of the hand-drawn stuff they do in the game. But apparently, so as I'm watching this movie, I get about it's an hour 20 long. I get maybe like 30 minutes in or whatever. Dante and it is the game almost to a T. Dante and Virgil making their way down through hell. There's a little bit of changes they made which seem weird. And like at the 30-minute mark, I noticed that Virgil, who had like kind of shoulder-length hair, just sort of laying against his head, just looked like an average dude, now inexplicably has Super Saiyan hair. And like I scroll back a little bit, and I'm like, well, what the fuck? No, one scene ago he has regular hair, and now he's like, and no one's acknowledging it. He looks completely fucking different. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Maybe I missed something. Whatever. Anyways, keep watching, and then it happens again where his character design changes drastically, but this time everything changes. It goes from the like game drawn style to anime, like big ass eyes, and everybody is super thin and very attractive, and then it goes back to a different style, and it's so disjointed. I guess like 5 different animation studios worked on it, and apparently everyone did a different design for what everything in the world, including the main character Dante, looked like, which is really fucking weird.
And it's just like stitched together.
Yep. Yeah, it's just
Interesting.
Yeah. It very much has a like it seems like they might have been making good with what they had, because there are some parts where like and maybe this is just maybe it was in Japanese and dubbed or whatever, but like the lip syncing doesn't match up at all, like even close. There will be scenes where characters aren't talking. They just still frame of their head, but their voices are playing as though they're talking. And like it kind of seems like maybe they just had to sort of cobble it together. I wrote some notes here. I'm just gonna read some choice notes that I wrote. All in all, pretty good actually. If you can get over the animation changes, I actually really enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Titties at the 3-minute and 50-second mark. First time we see titties.
Nice.
3 minutes and 50 seconds. That also includes the long EA logo. So probably, let's call it like 3 minutes and 20 seconds of actual footage. Steve Bloom plays the devil. It's got a good voice cast, a really good voice cast. What else did I write down here? Shriveled souls still have big boobs. Why? There's like you're a soul, you're like emaciated and looks like you were starving, but your breasts are still full and luscious. This one just says, Big Centaur has boobs. What?
Good.
Oh man, it gets real weird. It gets real fucking weird. Mark Hamill is playing a character, but he's doing his Joker voice like to a fucking T in a way, which is weird. Oh, it's a weird thing. There's a lot of boobs. The vagina monsters are in there from the game, and it's kind of beat for beat the game, which it's all right. It's better than maybe it has any right to be. It's maybe better than the game.
I remember really liking that game when it first came out. I don't remember much of it now, but I remember really liking it.
Yeah, it was all right. It was just like, if you couldn't play God of War because you didn't have a PlayStation, I guess you could play Dante's Inferno.
That was very like God of War style, right?
Yeah, almost like
Yeah,
beat for beat in a lot of cases.
gotcha.
Oh, am I back? Hello.
Yeah,
There we
I hear
go.
ya.
Oh, it's good. I disconnected for a second there. Man, we always struggle so much with the Xbox party thing.
Yeah.
Such a apologies for the audio stuff. Hopefully after this move, well, maybe even before vaccines, after this move, we can get some kind of back in the studio if it happens to work out. What y'all been up to? Let's do games. Who wants to do games first? Unless you got any more watchings you want to talk about. All right, Fiddle, take it away.
You and me did a little bit of the Outriders demo,
Yeah.
and by a little bit, I mean we played the demo
Played the whole thing. Played the entire demo.
twice. Yeah, that's a pretty neat little game based off of the demo alone. Can't really speak to it
Yeah,
outside of the demo, but
it's a third-person shooter, kind of drop in, drop out co-op, up to 3 people, and it sort of feels like a game around 2000 and say like 8, maybe even a little earlier, 2006 to like 2012, 2011, somewhere in there. There were just a ton of games that you had never heard of, and they just came out, and a lot of them were like, they were okay. They were average B games, The Dark Voids of the world. The Dark Void, is that the name of that? What's that jetpack game? I think that's Dark Void.
I think so, yeah.
What's the one where you throw the glaive? You see, they're not memorable. B games. This feels like a B game times like 10,000. This feels like a game out of 2008 where it is like kind of poorly written in a way that those games used to be. Like it's got kind of big Borderlands energy, maybe.
yeah, I got a little bit of Borderlands from it too.
Yeah,
It's kind of like you were saying too when we were playing it. We're trying to figure out whether it's like super self-aware or if they just got really bad voice acting done for it. Because like I made my character as a female, and there's no like voice customization that I remember anyway. Maybe just in the demo. I don't know if you can change your voice, but like, yeah, some of the reads are like she's in pain at one point, and she's doing this like super over the top like noise, and like it's just fucking ridiculous at points.
There's a part where what happens? You're like, a dude gets sniped or something. I can't remember what's happening. Some guy opens the door or something and shoots the guy in like cold blood. And your guy's like, whoa, why'd you do that? He's like, hey, this is war, man, people. And then he gets shot before he even finishes talking. Like, it's that is the style of humor, kind of. It's not terrible.
That's interesting. Looking at it from the outside in, it tries to be really serious.
It doesn't really. It's like
No.
It's like Army of Dead. It's like Army of Darkness, Evil Dead 2.
Oh, okay.
It's like that type of, like, the world takes itself, there are stakes in the world takes itself a little seriously, but it's like Borderlands, it is self-aware a little bit anyways. I don't know how that carries on going forward, but everything is everything is like, I don't know, everything's fine. You know what, I wasn't too hot on this I think it was a few weeks ago, maybe last week or something, after playing the demo. It's fine. It's totally fine. Everything about it is like 7 out of 10. It is a B. It is. Do I want to play by myself? It's maybe not compelling enough, but would I play with friends? Yeah, you kind of turn your brain off and go
Yeah.
ham on it.
I'm kind of in the same boat. Would I pay full price for it? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
If it's on the Game Pass, will I play it? Sure.
Yeah, if I would have paid full price, whatever that is now, $80, $90, whatever games
For
are,
that,
yeah, that would have been
very upset.
would have been a pretty big burn. And there's probably some section of people in the world who have Game Pass, pre-ordered this game, and then did not get the memo that, hey, it's coming to Game Pass, cancel your pre-order.
Yeah.
I'd be mad.
Yeah, that feels bad.
They didn't
Feels bad.
They didn't put it on the Game Pass thing at all. They didn't have it on the Xbox store. The only reason I don't remember how I found out about that through doing this podcast, probably.
It seems like they really capitalized on that lack of Anthem energy. I guess the Anthem's lack of anything really.
Yeah.
Putting it on Game Pass, and it has a lot of similarities to Anthem. I find you can't just like fly around in badass in a robot suit, but it has that same like seems like it has that same loot mechanic that Anthem had.
I don't remember the loot mechanic from Anthem at all. It's very Division. You got guns and coats and aesthetically it's a very Division so far, anyways. But there are green items, and above that there are blue items, and above that there are epic items, and they have stats and numbers that go up, and green arrows and red arrows, and all that type of stuff. The guns have, as you kind of get further into the demo, it starts opening up a bit where the guns will have kind of unique effects on them that modify your abilities and things. It seems fine.
How many builds are there? Or like how many classes, I guess?
There are 4 classes.
Four
Classes, yeah. I think the thing with Outriders is the only way you're healing is through either doing damage or killing enemies. Every class has a different heal mechanic. One of them is long range. You just heal whenever you're doing damage. Like you leech damage percent, what like 10% of my damage I'm healing for. One of them is a pyromancer, and if you light people on fire and they die while they're on fire, you heal. And then the other 2 are if you kill people while you're close, you heal. So far, I've really not enjoyed playing as the 2 mid-range and far classes. As a like just a cover shooter, I think this game kind of sucks. The enemies seem to always, you're behind cover, but you're getting shot. Like it presents itself partly like a Division game where like, no, you got, because you're pressing A to snap into cover. Like the HUD and the interface is almost the same as the Division, moving around the environment and stuff. And it just, I don't know. I can't put my finger on what I don't like about it, but switching to the close classes is a lot more fun. And because you're just in there with a shotgun, just mowing people down. Like it is just kill as fast as I can because I'm going to die if I don't.
Yeah.
And it does eventually open up. There's a little bit of depth to it, which surprised me. There is Warren and I did a fight where we had to kind of there's like an interrupt mechanic and a cast bar. We had to coordinate to like interrupt. This boss had a heal he kept doing, so we had to sort of coordinate. Like, okay, I'll save my interrupt. Boom, I got the heal down. You get the next one. Like, there's a little bit of mechanics,
strategy. Yeah, I kind of like that part of it too. But at the same time, I feel like that would probably get old really fast having to do that, because I feel like most of the bigger enemies are going to have that exact same thing where you need to interrupt them, right?
Yeah, I also, playing like another 2 hours after the demo, I fought that exact enemy a bunch of times. Like maybe the perfect way to describe the sort of level of, I guess, polish on this game is that in the main hub, there are, I counted like 10 separate instances of identical NPCs lined up behind one another for some reason. So like dude lined up, identical one behind him. Like there's 2 guys having a fight, just like a stage, like they're just always brawling, and it's the same dude. Why is it the same model? Like
the exact same guy,
literally the same model fighting himself. You wouldn't use a different one of your civilians. And like it's just stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff like that where it's like, okay, everything is fine. Doesn't do anything well. Doesn't do anything super poorly, at least not yet. Maybe
and like this might be a little nitpicky, I guess, on my part too. But like, the shitty little half loading screens that they have to put in for probably, like you were saying, for last gen, whatever. Just, I don't know. They're so stupid.
Anytime,
like a little like.
Anytime you open a door, you get like a 3-second cutscene of you opening the door, which thing
you can skip.
But
it takes 2 seconds to skip the 3-second long thing, or it's like, well, what the fuck are we even doing here? Just
I read that it was a mechanic that they put in Outrider.
I can't even.
Of the co-op.
We're losing you. Something about the co-op.
I read that the door loading screen was a mechanic they put in because of the co-op factor of Outriders, because people can just pop in and out of your world. That's a way for them. That's like a pop-in point for people.
So people will just pop in instantaneously. You don't need to hit a load screen. People will just pop in seamlessly. But I am guessing it's for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 versions. Hang on, is there Xbox One and PlayStation 4 versions of this game? Is this next gen only? Hang on. Yeah, okay, it is on everything, including Stadia. Okay. So I'm sure that is for the consoles that need to load.
Yeah.
And it is fully crossplay, which is cool. It's like PlayStation can play with computer, can play with Xbox. That is probably why it needs to be always online. It launched like everything to just server problems, which in what is essentially a single player game, like you can't trade items, you can't really interact with other players other than to join their game and help kill enemies, and it has to always be online. So nobody could, even today, apparently people are getting kicked off constantly, so can't finish missions and stuff. And it's kind of just another case of like, good thing everything has to be online all the time now. Why does this game need to be online? Yeah. Probably for the crossplay. That's the only reason I can think of.
That makes sense.
Unless, like, maybe they're worried about people cheating or something. They have to keep the characters server side. But again, in a single-player game, if people want to cheat, just fucking let them cheat. Like, who cares? They're still buying and playing your game. It's not ruining the experience for anybody else. They're weirdly precious about it. I don't know why. Another conspiracy theory towards it is maybe this was once supposed to be a big live action game. It is Square Enix published, and after Avengers came out and everybody booed that because it was terribly done, maybe they very rapidly stripped out a lot of what would have been a live game.
Yeah, like hit the old panic button a little bit.
Yeah, just like, what did we hear that with? The next Dragon Age or something? Isn't that a story we had with EA where they whatever BioWare's next project is, which I think is Dragon Age, was going to be a live game, and EA went, wait a minute, people don't like when we do this.
Yeah, I thought it was Dragon Age.
Yeah, I think it is. Wild times.
Really?
Any closing thoughts on Outriders?
No.
We'll play a little more.
It's all right.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Something to do when there's nothing else going on. When the fellers aren't feeling Destiny.
Pass, so.
What's that, Kyle?
It's free on Game Pass. That's not a thing.
Yeah, the price of admission is A-okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
What else you been up to, Warren? What you been playing?
I've been getting a lot of work out of the old Game Pass lately. I've been playing that newest NBA game that they added on there.
2K21.
That's been pretty fun. Yeah.
How's this year's game reviewing? Not terrible. 80?
Yeah,
80 on Metacritic?
I think like most sports games these days, there's a lot of like, oh, it's the exact same thing. They didn't really change anything, or they only tweaked minor things, and that's just, I guess, the way that sports games are for the most part, regardless of whether it's EA or 2K. So
yeah, every now and again they add a truck stick.
Yeah. Yeah, other than that, I haven't really been playing anything new at all. A lot of Apex still.
Yeah. How about them Oilers?
Yeah, how about them Oilers?
Are we like...
Has that new character come in Apex yet?
Conor McGregor?
No.
Connor McDavid?
Connor McDavid? Conor McGregor.
There was a character leak that apparently was in Titans.
No, not yet. They usually do like per season. They'll add in a new character every season.
They confirmed him on
halfway.
That was April Fool's Day, so who knows? They confirmed him on April Fool's Day though, where they're like, instead of we were going to put Titans into the game, something, but instead there's this guy.
Oh, I saw this. This was before April Fool. A couple like leaked gameplay footage of his ability powers, and his ultimate was like standby for Titanfall.
Yeah, it is literally the Titan comes down.
Which is interesting.
Everyone
Very.
kind of always assumed
That it was going to happen, yeah.
Yeah, they've not just put Titans in the game and some kind, because it's all the same universe and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Them
They
guns is
confirmed
right
that.
out of Titanfall in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Anything else, Phil? That's you in a nutshell.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I got nothing new. WrestleMania coming, and it's it's gonna be a
Baby
shit
boy,
show.
that's in April, eh?
I think it's this coming weekend.
Oh shit!
Oh damn.
Are you gonna watch WrestleMania?
I mean,
You just wanna,
probably.
you just wanna, like-
not all of it.
yeah. I would like to have it on in the background, but if we can like get on the headsets or something, maybe have WrestleMania on, see what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
want
2 nights, so
Oh fuck off! Okay,
Pick
I'm
your
out.
night.
I'm out. 2 nights.
How?
well, I mean, it's either you do 2 nights or you do 8 hours like it used to be. So
Yeah,
I'd rather do
that's-
2 4-hour shifts and then skip through what I need to skip through.
I guess that's fair. This how is WWE doing compared to, like, are they still? How are the ratings these days?
Bad.
Yeah. How's
The worst they've
AEW
been in a
doing?
long
There's
time.
there's like competition out there now, which is interesting.
They're consistently beating like NXT, who they go head to head with. In
Yeah.
fact, NXT is rumored to be moving to Tuesdays now because AEW
Oh.
is on Wednesdays. So
Damn.
Yeah, that's sick
Poor
burn,
Vince
Vince.
didn't win this war.
yeah,
Exploding
I
barbed
don't know.
wire
I don't
match.
watch a lot of wrestling anymore, to be totally honest. So
No.
I don't really follow the whole thing.
One of the things I'm looking forward to moving in with you is tangentially getting a little bit of wrestling in my life.
Yeah, like I keep up with it. I follow the news and like stuff like that, but I don't really watch a lot of it.
Yeah, it might get good again one day. Who knows?
I like to get drunk sometimes and throw on an old Rumble from like 20 years ago.
Yeah, I like to watch
yeah,
so-
like famous matches. Was that you and I going through like famous matches, Warren, or that might have been me and Brando. We watched the Ric Flair retired by HBK,
Yes,
couple others.
that's a real good one.
Yeah. Oh, that is a tremendous. You don't even have to like wrestling to appreciate that
No.
match. I don't think that is a
I love you. I'm sorry. Sweet chin music.
piece of
Boom.
art. It's too bad that HBK is a piece of
Well,
shit now.
well,
But still, he's just a sexy boy. Not a lot going on upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Kyle,
Yes, sir.
Monster Baruto. I love Baruto.
That's all.
It's a great
Doesn't
name.
love Baruto. Who doesn't?
I hope your mic holds up for
Yeah,
this
it's good.
part. How's
See.
what have you been up to?
So I've had the week off. I've been playing some Valheim with the fellers. Progress through the world, get those iron gains.
Yeah, I popped on the server a little bit today for the first time. It is. You guys have there's a lot of work went into that server. There's a
Yeah.
full village and it's crazy.
Yeah, the village is really cool to check out. It's neat to see everybody's building style and see the different houses and how they've come along.
I liked Kev's. Kev has kind of a like a sort of a courtyard around like an open center. Reminds me of like old Japanese architecture kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
My
Sure.
building needs to be upgraded because I couldn't envision my true design because we didn't have the capability to build with stone when I built that.
Oh yeah.
So I need to come back in and do a complete revamp because not having stone walls was not something I could deal with.
Yeah, it's been coming along really nicely. Had some funny times. A lot of people losing bodies in places that they should be.
Yeah, I had a couple deaths today, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Lost a boat.
We got it back, thankfully. It was pretty dicey, but it's fun. a lot of fun just jumping in there and seeing seeing guys make progress and seeing what's coming along and having a server to pop in and out of
Yeah.
anytime.
My my initial read on this kind of reminding me loosely of an MMO of like World of Warcraft. I think hits even harder now that you guys have like glowing shoulder pads and like you have a bow that I swear to God is right out of Diablo 2. Like the model is stolen. You should probably call the lawyers. Like it looks like some MMO armor.
Yeah, some of the later tier armors look really badass.
It's a gorgeous looking game too. Like the lighting is just, man, we were just boating out on the water and just like the moon off the waves at night. Whew.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a PS1 graphics at the core, but they have all the modern bells and whistles and all that mod there just to make it pop really nicely.
Yeah, I think most of it is probably the lighting.
Yeah, for sure. They did a really good job on it. And it hits home too during these COVID times. Got a good group of friends you log on and just have shit in the server.
Yeah, it's cool. If you are a member of the Talking Reckless Discord and would like to get on there, you can shoot one of us a message. And we're keeping it. It's not public. You know, we're kind of choosing who gets in, just to not choosing, but keeping tabs on who gets in, just to make sure nobody fucks with anything.
Yeah. That's one of the horror stories of Valheim dedicated servers is people just coming in and griefing everything.
Yeah.
There's so much shit you could do to fuck up someone's world and put them back to the Stone Age. So.
And you can literally just remove other people's stuff. You can just pull out your hammer and like delete,
Yeah.
and delete whatever you want. And worried a troll would come in. Not
That's me.
Not the trolls you fight in the game, but also worried a troll might get in.
Yeah. No, it's been fun. It's good times in there.
Yeah, it's cool.
I recommend anybody who plays Valheim. That's a part of the community. Check it out.
What else you been up to?
I've been playing more Noita. There was a big old update that happened just a few days ago.
OP pick of the week.
It is my OP pick of the week. NOLA Games sponsor us.
Yeah, Kyle's like giving the hard sell in the Discord. You gotta try. This would be great for anyone.
It's fun. They added a lot of new stuff to the game. It was in beta testing for a while, and they put it out. Their epilogue update, they call it. So they added like a bunch of new spells, a bunch of new biomes. If you look in the patch notes, there's like a secrets section. That's all. All it says is redacted. So there's a bunch of new secrets, Easter eggs to find and check out. So it's a lot of fun, especially for like a $20 game.
Yeah, that game has a lot going on.
Yeah, it's surprising amount. Like just looking at it from face value, you wouldn't think there's as much as there is.
Do we lose you?
Nope,
still there.
I'm here. Yeah.
It's so hard. When we can't see each other.
I still haven't managed to beat it. It's insanely hard for me still. And even just coming to grasp on learning how some of the mechanics works, it just takes a lot of time. Time and death is what it's all about.
Now you're speaking my language. Dark Souls.
That's right. Yeah. Well, there's just so much shit in that game that can kill you. You just step on a pixel of lava and you're on fire until you can find some water, and you jump in water and find out that it's whiskey, and away she goes.
I hate when I accidentally dive into the
Boy, if
whiskey
I
lake.
had a nickel. If I had a nickel.
Whiskey
It's a good
shower again. Oh.
Yeah, I recommend anybody checking it out if you're bored of what you're playing and you just need a game to fill the void for an hour every now and again.
Yeah, it's probably unlike anything you've ever played.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very unique.
I played a bit of Loop Hero as well. You guys have been playing that. You talked about it last on the podcast, so I figured I should jump in and see what that's all about.
Yeah, it's
Being
neat.
another cheap pickup, it's a hell of a game.
How far are you? You beat the first boss?
Yeah, I beat the first boss. I came up to the second boss, lost real fast.
I don't want to brag, but I beat the second boss.
Who did?
Bragging.
Oh, who did you beat it with?
The third class that you unlock.
Got it. Yeah.
it seems broken. I unlocked that third class, had no upgrades or anything for it, went in and just smoked the boss. Absolutely fucking rolled him after dying to him many times.
Yeah, I unlocked the third class and had a round with it, and I don't know, I just like that first class too much. It's like home for me.
Oh, that third one is so good, dude. That third one is so good.
Heck of a game though. I love the formula of it. It's something you can play and actually watch and be involved in whatever you're watching.
Yeah, it's like it is not an idle game, but it has the part of the idle game I like where you can just watch the number go up, but you're still doing stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love the art style too. They
It's
did a really good job on like the old NES art style for it.
yeah, it has a look to it. I've heard a lot of people say the exact opposite. And like, this game is a lot more fun than it looks.
Oh, really?
Which I get, just to see it, just to like look at it. You're like, what is this? This little man, this little like weird, like the sprite for your dude is like a white stick man. It looks like the guy on like the washroom sign going around this like pixel ass track.
Yeah,
it's good. It's got good
like
music too. It's got really good
it
music.
does. The music slaps for sure. And the last game I checked out was Evil Genius 2, which just recently came out. I stumbled across a stream playing it, and it just looked really interesting. Had a unique art style to it. And,
You play the first one?
No, I didn't. No, and that's kind of what piqued me to this one.
When did the first
I
game
had no
come
idea the
out?
first one even existed.
Yeah, it is one of many games in the. It is a. Oh no! What is it? Not Dungeon Master. Dungeon Keeper.
Dungeon Keeper, yeah.
Yeah.
I had to do the fucking full the full voice. Yeah, it is 1,000% one of those games. 2 Point Hospital, I think, is the name of another one that recently released.
It's cool. I really like the art style of it so far. I haven't even got through the tutorial because there's a lot to it. But just based off of what I'm looking at, what it's about, it's the way you kind of start out. You pick off your general or your main bad guy that you're going to be. There's 4 genies to pick from, and you get to pick different starting islands, and there you kind of work your base into the island. You're building vaults, you're building barracks and bunks and kitchens for your minions to eat and sleep. You're building like research outposts to spread the word of your villain to the world. Really, that's as far as I got so far, but it's fun. I'm having fun with it. I like the VO work for it is I find.
Yeah, the first game I remember playing like a million years ago. I can't seem to find the release date for whatever reason. For some reason, when I Google Evil Genius, all I can get is the new game. But I'm gonna guess. Oh, here we go. 2004. The first game came out in 2004.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Published by Vivendi. Holy. That's cool. I want to check that out. I likes me some Dungeon Keepers.
Yeah, I was actually looking at this one too, but I've heard people say that it really, really falls off like 4 or 5 hours in. So let us know how it goes, Meet, after you get past the tutorial, and maybe a couple hours after that.
Yeah, for sure.
I've sort of heard similar. Once you hit, I guess there's like a kind of an open map part. Once you hit that open map part, I guess it kind of starts to fall apart a little bit.
That's fair. I mean, it seems like the villains that you can pick have a different play style enough to warrant multiple playthroughs, but I guess we'll see how she goes.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that they're still making those old style Dungeon Keepers.
Yeah.
Any other games?
That's all I've been playing. That's it.
What about Keyvoom Fire?
So I really haven't been playing much this week. I dipped into a little bit of Battlegrounds. They had
Hearthstone
an
Battlegrounds?
update. Yes, Hearthstone. There was a new expansion that dropped, so there was some updates with new Battlegrounds minions, and I know there's at least one new class or hero or whatever they call them in that. I've seen one new one. I don't know if there's more than one, but the new class has an ability where every turn this ability will tick up automatically. and whatever turn you use it on costs 1 gold, and the next unit you buy will have plus X plus 0 based on whatever your counter is at.
Yeah, it looks like there is only one new hero.
Damn.
Overlord Sourfang. Is it Sourfang? S-A-U-R? Sour?
Saurfang.
Sourfang?
Maybe it's like dinosaur. Saurfang.
Sourfang? Yeah, I guess it would be.
Yeah. But yeah, I played that class one time and didn't know that it ticks up automatically, so I figured it was like the other class that kind of has the same mechanic where you want to use it every turn even if you don't have a minion to put it on. So I tried that and immediately found out that, oh, it ticks up every turn on its own. I just wasted my first turn, so now I'm just dead.
This is the way she goes in the battlegrounds. You know?
Yeah, that's the way she goes. But I've been on somewhat of a winning streak. I'm up to 7,400
Oh shit.
yellow.
It's pretty high. You usually start at like 6. Or does everybody start at 4K when it resets?
The reset you go to 0 now on the resets.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So yeah, fighting my way back up to 8.5K where I was before. But other than that, I've been playing. I finally rolled credits on Octopath Traveler.
Oh, we got an answer to our how long have you been playing Octopath for?
Yeah, it was like April 13th or April 16th last year.
Not even a
year. So yeah, there's one more thing I want to do in that game, which is do the hidden dungeon and the super boss. I found a kind of spoiler-free guide on how to unlock all that stuff, because I guess the game itself doesn't really tell you any way of how to unlock it. It's just this obscure chain of quests on different sides of the world where you have to do this quest line, you have to do this quest line, and you have to do this quest line, and once it's all together, then the dungeon opens up, kind of thing.
So if you were like 100%ing the game, you would probably eventually get that open?
Yeah, totally. If you were 100%ing it, you would eventually figure out these quests and stumble through it and get the trigger to open the dungeon. But I like half of the quests, like the 3 quests that are on the list, I think I did one of them independently, and the other 2 quests that are on it, I would have had no idea how to finish those had I not read how to do it.
It sounds like trying to get into the Ultima dungeon, Final Fantasy.
Yeah, kind of.
Is there DLC? There's no DLC.
No DLC.
What is going to be next on the Thursday stream?
I have a few things kicking in the can, but they are release date dependent, so I don't want to say anything yet.
Okay. All right. Does one of them rhyme with Pubnautica?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
All right, I want to play that one, so you got to play the first one. You have to wait for after me this time.
I'll leave that one off the list then.
No,
it was on the list.
Oh shit, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
No, it's cool. No, I totally respect if you want to play it on stream for sure.
We can talk later.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of it for me. I haven't really been playing a lot of vidya games. I got Disney Plus on my own because there was a temporary lapse of service that was out of my benefactor's control at the exact moment that I had just smoked a joint and brought my supper downstairs, had a beer ready to go.
That is the fucking worst.
Yeah, that is
where
the
like
worst.
You even have, especially when you have a thing lined up that you're looking for. You're like, I'm gonna make this thing even better. I'm gonna get my dinner. I'm gonna get my beer. Like what I've walked down that road too many times. That hits too close.
And then turns out like doing a Disney Plus account is like very, very difficult. There's like you have to go to a computer.
Yeah.
And like type in this special code.
Boomer problems, am I right?
I tried to do it on my phone.
You have to go to a computer.
No, it puts a code on the TV and then it's like go to this website and punch the code. It is a fuck around. Kev is I'm giving him the business.
And I tried to do it on my phone, but as soon as you enter the code on your phone, it tells you to download the app, and I'm like, well, I don't want the fucking app on my phone. I want the app on my computer or on my TV. So I got all angry because it made me download the app on my phone. So I'm like, well, fuck this. I'm gonna go upstairs to my computer and I'll use the code on the computer. And then by the time I get up to my computer and turn the computer on and enter the code, the fucking code is expired. So I gotta go down and fucking refresh and start all over.
An elaborate system. Had to turn the phone on my camera on and aim it at the TV. Start a live stream.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a big to do. I swear to God, it took like 45 minutes to figure out how to start up my Disney Plus account.
Yeah, that's why I don't know what happened, but Disney had not charged me since August last year on that account, and they just totally locked out my account.
Oh,
so I had to create an entirely new one.
They figured you out. I mean, we'll just stop paying your bill on that one until it gets shut down. And make a new one.
Well, it's not like I stopped paying it. They still had my card info on that account, but for whatever reason.
Yeah, they just chose not to take my money.
Oh shit, that's the anime guy. We should let him have this. Let him have this one.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, so I started watching the movies again. I just watched. I guess I'm one of 33. I watched
Marvel
the first Captain America earlier today.
Oh, you're doing them in chronological.
My plan was originally to do them in chronological timeline order or whatever it is, based on the story. But then after watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I realized that I don't know nearly enough of the lore from those movies because I've only seen the Captain America movies once for each of them.
Not the same thing.
So yeah, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna crush the 3 Captain America movies, and then I might even watch the other 2 tonight after the podcast. We'll see how that goes.
They're good. I got getting caught up for Winter Soldier and Falcon, rewatched them, and they go down smooth.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the first one and Civil War. I don't remember liking Winter Soldier, so I'm interested to watch that one again.
Winter Soldier is one of my favorites.
Yeah, me
it's
too.
Really
I
good.
really like Winter Soldier.
Yeah, they did a wicked job on that one.
Yeah, I just don't really like Winter Soldier as a character, at least from what I remember. And like I say, I've only saw Winter Soldier one time, and it was like on release day in the theaters when it came out. So that was like what, 17
ago.
Long time ago. I don't even remember how many.
You'll go in there with a new flavor of Bucky, and it'll be a different experience for you.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping, because even watching the TV show that's on right now, like, I love the Falcon stuff, and I just really can't get behind anything with Bucky on the screen. So
I'm like totally the opposite.
Yeah, me too.
He's so ruggedly handsome, Kevin.
Sam pisses me off. Thanks for making it weird. Shut up, Sam. You're just talking fucking memes. You're the shittiest Avenger.
Come on, he's the.
I can't run in these heels.
He's the funny guy in the buddy cop comedy.
I kind of laughed at that. The heels one. I was like, okay, so that, you know what, Sam? 6 out of 10. But at least you're
also. I'm jealous of his goatee. That is a fucking crisp goatee that he grows.
Yeah, he has like a team of people with like microscopes, fucking just edging that goatee perfectly.
Yeah. Oh, it's ridiculous.
What a weird show. What a weird. They do a thing in the most recent episode.
Where
you're just like, what? It seems like the show is gonna maybe deal with black racism, and they do a thing in the most recent episode. They're like, okay, you'll when you see it, you'll know. You'll know.
But I
Smiling
had the same
tiger.
problem as you, Kev. I had to text Brando at one point and be like, "What am I supposed to know this who's this person?" And then he explained, and I'm like, "Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, I didn't know that because I think I've only seen that movie once." So
I know exactly who you mean too. Yeah, it's cool. It's,
you could just tell that they're telling you like, you should know this person, and I didn't. So I was like, well,
and they even like they talked about that person in previous episodes. So when that person shows up, you don't realize who it is. Man, Marvel's fun. I like it.
Kyle, have you watched or has anybody watched any of the other series that they have on there, like the Inhumans or like the actual Agent Carter show?
Oh, the Marvel series specifically?
Yeah.
I did the first season of, maybe it was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. like a 2 quirky young scientists, a guy and a girl? What was that? Like Roman Reigns?
Roman Reigns is happening.
S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. We all knew it was Roman Reigns. We just didn't know why. I think first season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It wasn't great. Not good
No.
enough to keep me going.
What was that? What was that show that we watched? Legion. Is that connected
Yes.
to Marvel at all still?
It's like it's an X-Men spin-off. Professor
I
X is in that show, but it's not.
I don't think
connected
it's
to
on
the-
Disney Plus.
No, it was on
Can't be though,
FX.
because isn't that with what's his name? Who's in that show?
What's his
movie?
name?
The Vision.
Paul Bettany?
No,
I'm thinking of a
that
different movie.
you're thinking of the movie Legion, where
Oh,
he
yeah.
is like the angel who brings the apocalypse
Yeah.
or whatever. Weird
Yeah.
Legion. We're done.
Yeah.
Legion, the X-Men villain. There's a show called Legion, which is about the X-Men.
Yeah.
I see.
It's good. You don't realize it's
really
about
good.
the X-Men until like almost the end. And you're like, oh, fuck, that's Charles Xavier. Oh, it's good.
Heck of a show.
Yeah, really enjoyed it. I got one more thing I played here. Also new computer never coming. I had that. Long story short, computer broke. Put a new order in. Yada yada yada. Was getting a good deal on it, but it was going to be a few weeks. Order sat there for 5 weeks, and then it mysteriously got canceled. Nobody can tell me why. The best they could come up with was like, I guess we ran out, and so now I have another order in for another computer, which is supposed to come in 5 more weeks. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But I played the multiplayer they just added to a totally accurate battle simulator today, which is a kind of a sort of a physics-based. You kind of set up different troops and they fight. An auto battler, I guess it would be.
Looks hilarious.
Excuse me. Yeah, it's all physics-based. So it like, for example, there's an archer that shoots a firework, and the firework attaches to something, but because the firework has a jet on it, and then it like flies around and has physics attached to it, you know, the firework can pull whatever it's attached to off of a ledge or something, or flip it upside down, and it's kind of like weird chaos, physics chaos, I guess.
Yep.
The multiplayer mode feels like half-baked in a way. There are 2 modes. You can do blind pick, where you don't see what the other person is playing, or you do see what the other person is playing, but there's no system of like, I place and then you place. There's nothing to stop the game of chicken, which is what ended up happening, where neither player wants to place, because as soon as you put a unit down, it's like, okay, well, I'll pick the counter to that unit. And then the first player removes his unit and puts a different one down to counter your unit, and you're like, all right, fuck it, I'll remove mine and put a new one down. And it's just this like endless game of chicken, and you can't play it competitively, which sucks. There's a quick match, and you can get matched with people, but there's no... You have to like agree to play to the spirit of the game, I guess. Which is really weird. Apparently in the local multiplayer though, there is I guess it's called split mode, where I place 5 units or whatever, and then you place 5 units. Then I place 5, and then you place 5. And it needs something like that. It's cool. I would love to play it competitively. They had like a matchmaking system, and you know the matchmaking is in there. It is kind of a like, it's like the most reduced real-time strategy game that you've maybe ever played. But it's just, it feels undone. It feels unfinished, which is too bad. I would really like to see them kind of make it into a proper mode.
It kind of reminded me, the mode reminded me of that StarCraft custom map that was really popular, where you would have,
Yes.
it was almost identical to
Have to be
that.
way more specific. Sunken Tower Defense.
That's the one, yeah,
All right.
Sunken Tower Defense. You know it, because it's so popular. That was a hugely popular custom map in StarCraft, and you just place the units and let them go.
Yeah,
But
well,
it seemed
you would-
like...
Oh, you're thinking of they were called malls. It was like Winter Mall, where you like I can't remember the name of them now. There's another one where you're not building towers. You plop a unit down and then it comes to life,
Yeah.
and it fights like a tower, but it moves.
Is kind of like just like a tug of war almost.
Yeah, I can't remember what those are called. They're still super popular. Like I've played them in the calendar year 2021. I've probably played them in the last like 50 days or whatever. Super popular still on StarCraft
Yeah.
2 and everything. I think Winter Mall is one of them.
Yeah, that's just what it reminded me of. It gave me that kind of vibe, but it was just a lot more chaotic, and
Yeah, totally.
some of the way the characters move remind me of the Titans from Attack on Titan. They just look kind of like, the way they walk and stuff just is
Like
awkward. It looks
Physics
funny as hell.
monsters. Have you seen Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah, I watched a bit of that.
They move. Did you meet Ed? Did you watch enough to meet Ed? They move like Ed. They do the fucking Vince McMahon walk all the fucking time. I said Vince McMahon walk on the anime podcast 3 times today. It was an Ed episode, and Ed does the fucking walk. Yeah, that's me. That's me in a nutshell. Let's take a quick break here, and we'll come back, do some news, and see you on the other side of this. Musical break, if you're a patron, get the Tron version, or ad break, if you're not. See you in a sec. Ready to do some news, gentlemen?
Like to
Let's do it.
do some news.
We can get this one out of the gate here because I already talked about it a little bit. Totally Accurate Battlegrounds Simulator. Nope, that's not right. Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. Left early access, got multiplayer. Totally Accurate Battlegrounds, the Battle Royale that they released on April Fool's Day last year, is now free to play. And
Nice.
it's not for me, I'll say. It's you check it out. Where to start? Okay, you might want to sit down for this. If you're driving, just be aware this is going to be shocking. I don't want to cause any accidents.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Warren did not warn me about this earlier in the week and broke the news to me. This is about shit myself. Gentlemen, the Xbox Live the Xbox Live is no more. It's gone. It's over.
Oh.
It will now be known as the Xbox Network. End of story.
I'm excited.
It's the end of an era. That's what it is.
Yeah, they're rebranding. They're rebranding from Xbox Live to the Xbox Network. Gone are the avatars, I assume. We'll probably lose those at some point. The whatever the fuck they called that thing on the 360, your zone or whatever. Remember you could join one of 4 clubs. You were like, I'm pro, or I'm underground, or I'm I'm family, or whatever. Yeah, Xbox Live, now called Xbox Network.
Which is like PlayStation Network is the PlayStation version, right? Am I making that up?
No, that's always been PSN, PlayStation Network.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The X is N now.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked them being different. Xbox Live or PlayStation Network.
too.
You know. You have a thought, Kyle?
No, just feels bad.
Yeah, totally.
Missing the old XBL already.
I'm in the pro club. We saw. Did anybody other than me see the Gollum gameplay this week?
I saw that.
Yeah, I looked at that.
Looks
I don't
good,
know what
right?
I think about it, but
Okay, I'm glad it's not just me. It looks like. Listen, I never want to say anything looks bad because what does that even mean? It looks like something that fell out of the. It looks like someone made a CG version of the old cartoon Hobbit, Lord of the Rings Gollum. You ever seen the old cartoon Lord of the Rings?
Yep.
It looks like that Gollum, and then someone did their best to turn it into a CG video game. It looks fucking terrible. It is like the Gollum design. You hear him talk, and like the voice is. It's kind of doing the Andy Serkis thing, but it's not close enough to obviously be a take on it, but it's not quite far enough away to differentiate it. And like, all they show is Gollum walking around, which raises the question: what the fuck does Gollum do other than walk around? He doesn't fight with a sword, you know. He maybe stealths a little bit.
Yeah, the only way I can see this game being good is if it's like a suspense thriller game, and it kind
With
of like
Gollum.
dives in. It dives into Gollum's like mental state throughout the whole
Okay.
process. That's what I sort of imagined it.
I'm into that.
Yeah, I could actually see that. Get a good like Tyler Durden Gollum moment at the end.
Exactly, yeah.
Is that an Andy Serkis construct? The 2 personality thing? I think it is, right? Original Gollum is not written to be this 2 characters, and like Smeagol and Gollum are not separate characters in the book, are they? Anyone know?
Don't know.
Is he
I'm not
literally
sure.
talking to himself like he does in the movies? None of us have ever read the book. That's not true. I read the books, but years and years and years ago.
I never read The Hobbit. I read The Lord of the Rings, though.
Moving along here in the news. Battlefield 2021. This year's Battlefield game will be called Battlefield. End of news story. No, the What? The leaks come
They
from
keep getting
a.
original with it.
Oh, sorry, I keep cutting you off. One more time. I'll be quiet.
No, I just say they keep getting original with these name titles.
Oh, yeah.
Especially Battlefield.
Next year will be Battle. Next year, the year after, will be Field.
Too battle, too fieldy.
Oh, God. Lock harder. Lockdown 2. Lock harder. It's going to take place 10 years in the future. We're going back to like modern / slightly in the future times. And again, this is all alleged. There's leaks, but the leaker says expect robots, not unlike Black Ops 2. So, drones and UAVs and RC car type things maybe. Apparently, it's going to have branching story choices, which is pretty rare. Well, it would be a first, I think, for Battlefield. Going to have co-op campaign, which is kind of cool. The Battlefield 5, I guess, you could do that single-player stuff co-op. We'll have Battle Royale. They're not going to call it Firestorm, because nobody liked Firestorm. And this leak is so specific that this person claims the reveal trailer will not feature any gameplay. So when and if that reveal trailer comes out, we'll know if this person's legit or not.
Yeah, right.
Will it have that dope-ass remix of Seven Nation Army that they used for that one game?
Probably. Will it have the, like, taking a shit sound that is synonymous with Battlefield? The, like...
The last Battlefield campaign I played through was Bad Company.
Yeah. Did you play Bad Company 2? Bad Company 2 is fucking dope.
Yeah, I played a lot of multiplayer in Bad Company 2.
Yeah.
Shitload.
Bad Company and Bad Company 2, very, very good.
Yeah.
That would be... So, I put to you, what if this game follows those chuckleheads from Bad Company, and now they're like, I don't know, washed up, like old fat Captain
Company.
Price, but, no good at their job.
I'd be way into that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oliver famously does not like Bad Company because they shit on Metal Gear in their trailer.
It's a good enough reason as any to hate a game.
Yeah, fair enough.
Absolutely.
Let's see. I'm going to save this story for last here. This is kind of crazy news. Sony's MLB The Show is coming to Game Pass on day one.
Yeah!
That's wild.
That's
Sony's
super dope.
show. So Sony's MLB The Show on Microsoft's Game Pass.
Dang.
And my last story, I see Kyle has one here. After Remedy is rumored to be working on Alan Wake 2 with Epic. This is from Jeff Grubb, who is usually bang on with his rumors. And that's all we have. That's all the news we have. Grubb describes a bidding war for Alan Wake in which Epic apparently won, and says he doesn't know what it means for Control 2. My thoughts are, well, Alan Wake 2 is not Control 2, unless it is, which it totally could be. If you've played Control, Alan Wake 2 could be Control 2. And I guess it's a part of a... he says a new effort from Epic to fund PC games from the ground up, but this is where all their... I guess from the ground up is actually the distinction there. Epic has been footing the bill for all these exclusives for a long time now.
Seems like they're providing some manpower now.
I think money power.
Just throw all the money at it; it'll work.
Yeah. Hey, what if we will pay for your game to get designed, but you have to put it on our platform for 2 years or whatever? Like, yes, of course I will. Yes, guaranteed.
Yep.
Everyone at the studio is going to get paid, and no one's going to get laid off, and all the things that come along. We can work on DLC, so on and so forth. Absolutely.
Yeah, makes sense for sure.
People get a little salty still about the exclusivity, but I think for the developers, it is very, very good.
More options for developers is always a good thing.
Yeah, totally.
People just complain too much. They don't want launchers on their computer.
Yeah, it's it is worse for the consumer, but it is like incrementally worse. It makes my life worse. It makes my life like 0.1% worse, whereas a developer not getting paid for their last 4 months of work or whatever is like, the difference between you and homelessness, maybe. So yeah. Tell me about Operation Drumstick.
So I found this article earlier today, actually. The police in China busted up the world's biggest video game cheat operation. And we're right. They codenamed it Operation Drumstick.
Is it? What? Because it's.
I don't know how they make up these
juicy,
names.
the dark meat.
No,
They're all a bunch of chickens.
It was a collaborative effort between the Chinese police authorities and Tencent Studios. Yeah, we all know who
also,
Tencent is.
fuck the Chinese police authorities. How about that?
Yeah, that's pretty wild. They
Fuck you,
noted some of
China.
the most popular games were Overwatch, COD Mobile, but they targeted multiple games across
COD
several
Mobile?
systems. Yeah,
Huh,
I wonder why.
I think COD Mobile is massive in China. I don't. It's something where they can't. I was gonna say maybe they can't buy Call of Duty. I don't know. If
I was
that's right,
thinking the
though.
same thing too.
As I was saying it sounded wrong. There is some reason though why COD Mobile is so big in China.
They've roughly made $76 million in revenue selling these cheats,
Good
all these
lord.
dirty cheaters.
Man.
Police seized assets when they made the bust, about $46 million, including several luxury cars. Had some pictures. There was some nice McLarens and Lamborghinis, and they were all done up nines. And they say it's the world's biggest due to the large sums of money and the games that were involved in it.
Who says it's the world? China says it's the world's biggest? I don't believe it.
I don't know, man.
That's wild, man. So
Yeah,
much.
it is.
Back in my day, you just downloaded a namebot from the internet and away you went. It didn't cost you anything. You hoped you didn't get a virus. And away you went.
Yeah.
Buying cheats. That's so crazy to me. That is such a alien concept. Buying cheats. I guess it's like buying a Game Shark or something, sort of.
Yeah, sort of, I guess.
Hey,
It's just a strange thing.
I bought gold back in World of Warcraft days, like when it first came out in like 2006 or whatever.
It's a little.
It's kind of the same thing.
Kind of. You're not. It feels safer buying gold, I'll say, than using like illicit software.
Yeah, I guess.
It's in the ecosystem at least.
But yeah, Chinese police authorities and Tencent, they want to get all their money's worth
Yeah, that's
and have
wild.
dirty cheaters in their systems.
I guess they had to take some time off from beating protesters to death and making people disappear, committing genocide.
Yep. That's all the
China.
news I had to add to it.
Banned me. Did you know this podcast is banned in China?
As it should be.
It's true.
I think it's not just China too.
There
There
was-
was banned a lot of
There
places.
was one. I don't remember what it was, but there was one thing where I bet somebody I could get us banned in China, and might have submitted my own. Might have narked on myself to win a bet. Also, it's like
awesome.
it's like a stamp of honor. I am stoked that maybe I'm sure there are ways to find it, but I'm stoked that we don't show up on the Chinese iTunes store. Fuck that.
Oh yeah.
Podcast at talkingreckless.com is an email address, or you can join us by dropping it on the Discord, which you can find by going to talkingreckless.com. It's a website. We got a Patreon over at weebs.ca if you like anime. I also host an anime podcast a few times a week. We're watching Symphogear, which has a weird fascination with shower scenes and very young school children. It's a thing.
I
We're
saw
also
you wrapped up Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah, we're caught up on Attack on Titan.
oh
which-
baby.
Holy
So good.
shit.
So good.
Holy sh! It is so hard to get people who think they don't like anime to watch anime, but Attack on Titan is just full stop one of the best shows I've ever watched. It is I love it. It is so good.
I'm loving this last season too.
It's tremendous. It's a little wordy at parts because it is. I watched the subtitle. I watched the subs, but I would imagine if you're watching the dubs, it might be a little wordy in the way that translated things sometimes are.
Yeah.
But fuck, is it ever good? How are they gonna wrap it up in 16
I don't know.
episodes?
So
They got to do
it's-
another season. That's such bullshit. This is the end.
Oh, yeah. The
Uh,
cliffhangers.
Oh,
Too much.
gross. Go check that
Gross.
out. Weebs.ca. It's as gross as watching people get eaten by. There's something somehow even grosser in the final season. The grossest thing in Attack on Titan. Somehow they one up it in the final season. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm gonna do one quick sweep of the email here. Looks like we're good. Make sure the old Discord is clear.
You've solved all the world's problems today.
Yeah, we solved it all. Yeah,
We did it.
We did Sajak's MMO question last week. Perfect.
Beauty.
Boy, I guess that's gonna do her. Kyle, thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me. Always
Kevin,
a fun time.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Warren, we made it before the
Thank
hockey game
you.
started.
Yeah, we did. That's kind of you to have
That's
done
right.
this.
You-
How about them Oilers?
How about them Oilers,
How
eh?
about them Oilers?
How about them Oilers?
Fucking hey, boys.
To you at home, thanks so much for listening or watching. However you enjoy this, would love for you to rate or review us on your podcast marketplace. I think we're a 5-star podcast, so I mean, hopefully you do too. Thanks very much. Wear your masks. Stay in your homes if you can, and we'll see you here next week on the next episode of the Talking Reckless podcast. We'll see you then. Scene.
Wang Chung.
Thanks very much for
Hard talk,
watching,
boys.
everybody. Truly a 5-star podcast. Yeah. Hey, hi, hey, Raid. Sorry I didn't say anything there. I saw Max rated us.
Yeah, right.
We're doing our Talking Reckless podcast here, which Max himself used to be on a million years ago. Was he on Talking Reckless or was he on Manatank?
I think he was on
Manatank.
Metatank.
Yeah, it might have changed after. Yeah,
He was on Rolling Reckless a couple times.
Yeah.
Or at least once, right?
once. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rolling Reckless, unfortunately, on hiatus right now. Oliver peed in the well, basically. Oliver took a fat shit on his way out. Oliver did that thing where it's my last day at work, so I'm not flushing the toilet.
What did he do?
Basically, I'll tell you privately sometime. It's nothing serious. It's nothing serious, but like he was real rough on the studio. I'll say I was.
Did he get real drunk and start fucking picking a fight with you again?
Yeah, that was you. He wants to fight you. No, he was very rough on the studio, and I was very unhappy with the way he treated the studio. Is in goddamn disarray. All right, he destroyed it. He destroyed it. All that shit on the walls isn't on the walls anymore because Oliver's getting big. Oliver, he's 20 feet tall. He can't fit into a room. He's scraping all the fucking shit off the walls. I've had Warren in and out of that room 50 times. Never had a problem. Little Oliver gets in there. God
Look
damn
out.
it. Anyways,
God bless him.
I'm gonna turn the stream off. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, everybody.
Godspeed.
We'll probably do some video games tomorrow. Ta stream.